Location, location, location. For production teams, finding the right location is one of the secrets to success. From small towns to the ocean to the heart of Atlanta, Georgia has so many unique locations to choose from. I'm Monica Pearson, host of Why Georgia? Join me as we take a look at some of the most popular filming locations in the state and how they're transformed into so many different places and times. You might recognize this house in Rome, Georgia from Stranger Things, or perhaps the streets of Savannah from the feature film Devotion, or the Jackson Street Bridge in Atlanta, famous for The Walking Dead. Georgia has no shortage of premier filming locations. To show us Georgia's top spots, we enlisted the help of a location scout who knows these spots inside out.
I'm Darius Tucker. I'm a key assistant location manager and a location scout. I truly love the Candler Hotel, a lot of the history that's there. I truly adore it.
The architecture inside the Candler Hotel is just as incredible as it is outside. And Michelle Bradley knows it all.
It's been amazing how many different sets and concepts that people have walked into this door and said, you know what, this will work for this. Our current owners, it was very important to them to maintain the historical aspects of this building.
The historical details are an instant draw, and most productions use the building as is.
There's very little work to be done when you're using our By George restaurant because of the marble columns, because of this expansive windows that are there. We even have the vault downstairs that held the original recipe for Coca-Cola for a number of years. But that vault is still there. That's a favorite of art directors.
A few blocks away is another top spot for many Atlantans, the Tabernacle.
This is the historical Tabernacle. It's actually one of my favorite locations. I love the multiple different looks. I know they filmed Avengers here. They filmed a few other Marvel projects, and there's like so many different looks you can get from it. I know they did a lot of fight scenes in the alleyways here. You make it simulate New York City, fire escapes, hatches, and everything of that nature.
Once a Baptist tabernacle, the Tabernacle is now a performance venue with spaces including a hand-painted worship hall and an exclusive VIP space.
And one of my favorites is the VIP room. It's a lot of different older architectures, a few vibrant colored statues and things of that nature. I just love it.
Our next stop is nestled in between buildings in Midtown Atlanta.
Here we are at the Wimbush House, a place with a lot of history and a lot of films. It is one of my most favorite locations to film at because every time I've been here, there's a different city, there's a different country, and it's all Atlanta. And it's one of the few locations you can film at that's right here in the heart of Midtown Atlanta.
Home to the Atlanta Women's Club since 1919. Many of the home's features remain more than 100 years later.
The openness of the home, a lot of the architectural details, the arches, the columns, and a lot of the windows, the leaded windows are original to the house.
The home's arrival to the big screen started with a phone call, then transformed into a relationship that's beneficial to the film industry and the Atlanta Women's Club.
One of the first ones was an episode of Married at First Sight. They filmed a wedding here. Most recently, there was a movie with Anne Hathaway. I have had the best experiences with production companies in the area. They leave the place looking better than when they came, so we are very film friendly.
Just down the road from the Wimbush House is Piedmont Park.
I've been here for a lot of different films, TV series, and commercials.
The park has been used in everything from Spider-Man to Anchorman 2 to Marvel movies. Every part of the 185 acres provides different looks, but one of the challenges is finding the right place to construct a set.
Sometimes it gets very crowded, and we try to keep our footprint small when we're here in the park. The last thing we want to do is damage the beauty and the nature of this place.
Whether it's a trip back in time at the Swan House, a table at a restaurant like the Olympic Flame, an airport terminal scene filmed at the Georgia World Congress Center, Georgia has so many opportunities, especially in the historic city of Savannah.
We have an aesthetic that doesn't look like any other city. You do have the different time periods. That's the thing. Like, you can actually literally go blocks, right? And you can start like in the 1700s and then go to the next block, 1800s, and then the next block.
And while there are so many beautiful locations, TV and film productions also leave a meaningful impact.
What I love about it is that when we go into lower income communities, these are people who didn't expect this money. So when you give them that extra money, that money automatically goes back into the economy, like immediately.
Georgia is everywhere, and our state's versatility provides so many benefits for our communities. Thanks for watching this episode of Why Georgia. I'm Monica Pearson.